the situation, the entire situation involving Jack and Lily's home life, I think it's reasonable to say if the staff sergeant in charge, who also is a behavior analyst, says that there was the factor that the mother was experiencing a controlling environment. I feel as though I am safe to say that she was a victim of coercive control. That doesn't mean that she didn't have any involvement or that she did have involvement. I'm saying that she, in my opinion, was a victim of coercive control. And yes, just to be clear, that doesn't mean that coercive control is the reason why Jack and Lily disappeared, but it's a contributing factor, I believe. So that was one of the things I wanted to touch on, just to enlighten people a bit about what coercive control looks like, how the controller can appear, and remind people that it is a long-term systematic form of emotional abuse. Ready, Daphne's? All right. Are you ready, Nova? Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Thank you
It's
for
been a
having me.
while.
I know, long time no see.
Yes. Glad to have you up here.
Thank you. Me too. I'm glad to be here too.
Yes, I was watching your live earlier, but I had to go and get some chores done before I came up, so.
I completely understand that, yes.
We've got Nova's in the background as well, so whenever you're ready, I can bring you up. Are you ready, Nova?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna stay off screen because I didn't even brush my hair today. I did not sleep well, so.
Oh, look at this. I understand.
I know the feeling. You're fine. If anyone else, American Justice or Charmaine, if you want to come up, just message me on Messenger and I'll send you a link.
I text Justin, but
or Justin, yeah, Justin as well, obviously. I'm just checking my messages.
Excuse me. So I just want to say something. I was working my way to get the documents for all of us, and I was able to connect with someone. They were very, very nice there in Canada, and I was able to get the documents and from the courts there, and I want to the newly unredacted ones, and I just kind of want to go over that with everybody.
Yes, please. We're all ears.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Daphne. And you're going to have to teach us Canadians how to do that. I'm clueless.
Well, sometimes I'm able, like I was telling Squid, that I don't know how I do it, but I'm able to work my way in. And then sometimes if I leave, I don't remember how I'm able to get back there. But this time I stayed with it. I was able to get everything. And they were very nice to send me the documents. It took a little bit to download because of my old computer, but I was able to get them. Let me make sure. No, and they also gave me a what is it called? Like I cannot even freaking think today. Where it shows you everything that's was just unredacted and things that also need to be what is it called? Like a I cannot think of the word.
You did a comparison between the two?
No, I haven't had time to do a comparison, but it gave me an actual oh my gosh, what is it called? Like a legend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So I'll show you guys that first, and then that way we don't have to go through the whole thing. We could just go through the ones that, if that makes sense.
Sounds great.
Let me share my screen. My heart is like beating really fast. I don't know why. Hi guys, thank you. Thank you for being here. So this is like the legend, right? Redactions to be lifted, and it just it gives the page numbers here.
Yeah.
This one says Janie said Malaya and Daniel are having financial difficulties. Janie said that she is of the opinion that Malaya's side of the family had something to do with it because they did not take part in the search and were not letting them see Meadow, the baby. That's one part. So I don't know if you guys want to remember those page numbers. When we get
I can write them down if you want. If you tell me them, I just can't really see on the screen, but I can make it bigger. I can take us off the screen and make it bigger.
Yes, that would work. Give me a second. Let me write if I have some paper. Usually I have paper over here because I'm always writing my notes.
Just take a picture of it. I'm taking a picture of it right
now.
now.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Duh.
Yeah, so you don't have to write it all down. There.
Okay, there we go. Jeez. That's smart. Nobody's. Okay. The next one.
Sometimes I come up with some good ones.
Here, let me see if I can make it bigger on my side too. There we go. Okay, perfect.
So can I just ask, that looks as though that it states what has been unredacted in that particular area. Am I right in thinking that each point is what was been unredacted?
Absolutely. So this is the legend. They told me I can do a comparison because I do have, the other ones or whatever. But this shows me what, instead of going to the actual pages. There you go. But if you want, I can go to the actual pages too.
I think this is probably the easiest way to go through it, I think.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so this is the first one here. And then the second one, it talks about her blood work in New Glasgow and in the afternoon on Thursday. And she and Daniel went with the kids. They all drove her 2017 white Nissan Pathfinder. They went to the big stop for gas, and she thought they may have gotten the kids bagels at Tim Hortons. I remember that was uncovered, the Tim Hortons part. Daniel stayed in the car with the kids when she got blood work. So the blood work is the new part that was uncovered. The next part, Daniel worked every Monday. So this part, the group Savoy in Westville, that is what was unredacted, just where he worked.
Right.
Okay, so this part, they discussed what happened earlier that day. Malaya says she went to the police command post to see what was happening firsthand. She started feeling sick and then personal information and needed medical attention. That was what was uncovered. The next part is they left home around 12:10 p.m. and drove for 39 minutes. Then from 12:49 to 1:27, Malaya was shown at a missing visit, which she thought was her blood work. Remember, it was covered up right here where it said blood work appointment.
Yeah.
Next, they stopped at Scotia Bank in Truro and then went to her grandmother's at 9:19 p.m. to drop off her bank card. So everything that is in bold print is what was covered up last time.
Right.
The next part.
This is interesting.
Yeah. She said they moved to Daniel's trailer, to the trailer on Daniel's mother's property after he had a falling out with her grandmother, who was Patty, around August 2023.
Well, that was that's when she moved into the trailer. Interesting. So he had a falling out with Patty, not her.
Yep.
Yeah. And he claims him and Patty are tight. They get along great.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget, he showed up at her home after his polygraph, which is so inappropriate. But anyway.
And Cindy was very upset about it as well.
I imagine I would be too.
Yeah, exactly. And then the next part, it says, when asked if Daniel was physically, I'm just going to say PA because my last live I just did, they're having some issues with this for some reason. Was PA, yeah. Malaya said he would try to block her, hold her down, and once he pushed her. So we spoke about that in the previous, and Shan was just talking about it. She said he would also take her phone from her when she tried to call her mom, which would sometimes be physical.
And her.
Mm-hmm. I know. I'm like learning what I can and cannot say on YouTube. It's just so strange. The next part, Daniel later said Malaya had to get the blood work on Thursday between 12:40 and 1:40. So he thought they must have done that before they went to Truro. That the blood work was the one that was uncovered. Daniel could not remember if they went to town on Wednesday or not. He said he had a conversation with someone who was helping his, I guess him, with the custody papers for his other children, personal information, but he thought that was Tuesday. Huh.
Interesting.
Custody papers.
Custody papers for his other children who said he was abusive to Jack and Lily. Hmm.
The next one is Daniel said they were recently fighting about money, personal information. My hands are sweaty. The next one goes on to say, this is investigators' comments, guys. Says, I believe Daniel was mistaken when he said they went to Truro on Thursday. Based on Malaya's statements and her Google timeline, they went to Truro on Wednesday, and she had the blood work appointment on Thursday. Give me 1 second. I just got. Excuse me, talking too much, you guys.
That's all right. I've been doing that all day too.
Like makes your throat dry, right? The next one, it says Daniel said when the kids went missing, Malaya's mother showed up extremely quickly, even though she was over an hour away in Wentworth, which I think we've figured that out, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. She did.
I'm seeing almost a common theme here, although there's some interesting stuff that has come out for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Next one says they talked about what happened on Wednesday and Thursday. Daniel initially had the days mixed up, but then confirmed through online banking on his phone that they spent Wednesday in Truro with Malaya's grandma and went to run errands, including Malaya's blood work on Thursday. Next one, it talks about her blood work again. They all went to Malaya's blood work appointment and got there around 12:50. Malaya went to get blood work and he stayed in the car with the kids, all three kids.
Ooh.
Oh, this one is
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. So they talked about his relationship with Malaya. He
2
said the
weeks.
following.
Ooh.
Huh?
No,
Wow.
sorry, nothing.
Oh, I see that. Yeah. You read that quick. He talked about his relationship with Malaya. He said the following. They had been together for about 3 years and it moved pretty quickly. He moved into Malaya's grandmother's house with her after about 2 weeks. They met on Facebook dating. He said the relationship is good. They have ups and downs like any couple. Personal information. He said they would yell at each other when they were fighting, but there was no physical in their relationship.
Of course there wasn't.
Yeah. This one is a follow-up with Cody at Muscatawbie Harbor. This one goes on to say Muscatawbie Harbor. Legay met with Cody at his residence approximately 2:50 a.m. at Muscatava Harbor. Let's see. This one said Cody said he used to be in a relationship with Malaya, and then they had Jack and Lily together. He had not seen them in a couple of years, but paid child support until he lost his job about 9 months ago. This just talks about what Cody drives. This one is in reference to Edmund Dixon, who met them around the Dollarama parking lot. He also works at the same place Daniel does. This is Chance Lays. He used to work with Daniel at the Group Savoy as well and found him to be a hard worker who was reliable. Okay, let's see.
I always chuckled at that comment.
I did. I was on mute.
I always chuckled at that comment. Well, Chance Lays worked with him, and he was and I'm thinking, anyways, you know where I'm going with it. It's like,
yes, he's
I
an
said it on my
excellent
show.
character reference.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
All right. So, do you want to look at the actual pages? What you guys want to see?
I'm curious. The one where it says more about the DV situation there. With Malaya, what it said before that we already saw, because I'm trying to remember if that's where it was saying, where she had said, no, that things were okay or something like that. And then the rest of it was wasn't unredacted yet. And we didn't know what it was going to say, or is that in am I getting it blended with the news article? Because I remember him saying on, I thought it was the DT show, there was no ABUSE, and it says so Malaya said so in the documents. And I'm thinking, and I remember thinking, yeah, but the rest of it wasn't unredacted. What did it say under that? And I'm just trying to remember it. Does that whole thing go together?
Yeah, we're going to go to that page. Let me see. Do I have it? Where's that page at? This one, right? This 67.
When asked if Daniel was PA. Yeah.
Okay, let me take a picture of that real quick because I only
should
have
be.
Okay, that way I can go straight to the page. All right, will you drop this one down, Shan, so I can pull up the others, the docs?
So the 067, 068, 070, which one? Or 20?
No, just drop down this, what I'm showing now, so I can bring it over to the docs. Isn't that what we wanted to look at?
Oh, sorry. Okay, so remove,
Yeah.
you mean?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I thought you said jots down. I was like, okay, sure. What am I jotting down?
No, hold on.
I just want to address a couple of things in the comments. There was somebody that said about Patty telling Durwood to go and help with the kids, but we have it on good authority that actually never occurred.
Yeah.
And H Exorcist 7663 said, no, she moved out because they were having Meadow and needed more room. We're just saying what the documents say. The documents say that Malaya said they moved out because Daniel had a falling out with Patty. So that's what the documents say. That's what the police allowed to be unredacted.
I don't think you would leave a bungalow or whatever style house she lives in to go live in a trailer for more room.
Yeah, especially when she had the assistance of Patty, who was quite helpful both financially and physically to her.
Yeah.
My opinion only.
Yeah. Yeah, so we have to be very careful what we're considering factual, and much of what comes from certain people is not factual.
Mhm.
67. It won't let me just put the page number in for some reason. Oh, wait, hold on. 67. What was Huh. Hold on one
That's
second.
one of them, trail hiker. That's one of them. The other one
Didn't say
starts with a
page.
D too. And a J.
Oh, don't tell me it didn't. Hold on one second. How do I get rid of this? Oh, shoot.
Want me to remove
Hold
it?
on one second. No, you're fine. I'm just trying to, for some reason, when I searched for page 67, hold on one second. Give me a sec. I'm trying to, it's,
I agree, Damien.
These are the reported facts of the case that the RCMP are working with. I believe this more than rumor. Yes, the rumor mill giving different reasons. Exactly.
sorry guys, it won't let me just put the page number in for and look for it. I don't know why. That's why I'm just doing this like it, looking for,
It's okay. You're
take your
trying to
phone,
figure
right?
something
So
out.
Yeah, don't worry. No pressure. You'll
page,
figure it out.
page 67. Jeez, hold on. I don't know why it won't let me put the page number in. I got to go all the way down. Oh, wait, hold on. It says page 67, but for some reason it just says 1 through 35. That's weird. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Jeez. All right. Yeah, it just says page 1 through 49, but it says 067 and 068. Hold on. Did I not unzip everything? Hold on. Jeez. So frustrating, guys.
Joyce, you should be
Okay.
able to catch us later. It just might take a bit to upload, but you should be fine.
That's 5 out of 47. See, it says on the legend, it says 067, 068, 070. Let me hold on one second. Let me see if I do it like this. When asked, hold on.
While you're doing that, I wanted to just say to Shan, I'm glad you started out with going over some education there on DV. That's what, and coercive control. I was, uh, my mod and I were talking about the show that we were going to do later tonight. I think I'll cancel it for tomorrow now. But I said, we'll start it off with some education first. And she worked in a DV center for a few years and worked with victims. And she's very well educated on it. She cannot do a live with me because she still fears her. Uh, and she's openly talked about this in the chat, so I'm not breaching anything. um, she still feels her APUSER. Like,
Mhm.
gonna be careful with the words where Daphne's having issues with her video. And
Mm-hmm.
so, you know, it's too bad that with her experience and education and on the topic that she can't come live and speak with us. But I'm thinking I might try to seek somebody else out who, you know, also works in a center who can come speak with us on the topic and do some education. Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Daphne's,
Hmm.
somebody is saying it's not page 67. It's just, I think number 67. So likely
No,
paragraph 67.
no, this is 102 pages.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I see what they're saying. Yeah, give me just 1 second.
Okay.
I'm on the actual dock inside the computer. Just it's easier. So I don't know if yeah, it first no, it says 47.
Hi to everyone in the chat. I see everybody saying hi to us.
Okay, maybe they're right.
Hi
They
back
might
to
be
you
right.
all.
Okay, give me
Yeah,
a
it could
second.
be
Yeah,
because
I
it
think
is
they're right.
there.
See,
Yeah.
because it said 102 pages. That's why I was like, okay, well, let's go down 67. It's 62 there, 64, 65. Okay, so this is 67 right here. It says 067. So that's all still analyst, Stephen review the coordinates, Daniel Malaya's phone, 69. Okay, so 68, 70. Donaldson met with Malaya and Hayden at Bible Hill Detachment. Let's see. Yeah, it's not the paragraphs, you guys. See, I got these and I downloaded it, so it took might not have finished downloading all the way. Hold on 1 second.
Oh yeah.
But that was the stuff on the legend. Was this already done? On May 2nd, Lilly&Jack were reported missing from their home. Malaya, she reported they walked away from home and could not be located. Malaya, her boyfriend, Daniel, and his mother, Janie, were at the residence when the children went missing. They all provided statements saying they heard or saw children between 8 a.m. and 9:40. A police investigation since. See, yeah, that was that. Okay, we've seen that before. Children were not located. Statements, video surveillance. Yeah, it's
How about
102.
you take a minute to figure it out, and I will just read this particular thing that I wanted to follow up on
Yeah, go
with
ahead.
it's basically warning signs that investigators look for in cases involving possible coercive control. So
Yeah.
this is what the warning signs would be that the detectives and investigators would be looking for in this case.
Thank
So
you, Rena girl. Rena Gale, sorry.
Investigators don't look at a single red flag. They use red flag as well. They look for patterns, especially around power, loss of control, and escalation. A relationship history indicators. So they often come before a disappearance in children. So one partner dominating decisions, finances, housing, routines, the isolation from friends, family, or the community, jealousy framed as concern or protection, monitoring of phone use, movements, or their social media. Partner felt they had to manage the other partner's moods, fear of leaving or consequences of leaving.
Hmm.
Investigators pay special attention if the partner recently left, planned to leave, or attempted to assert independence. There was a custody disagreement or perceived threat to access of the children. Meadow, predominantly, I would presume. Behavioral shifts around the time of the disappearance. So sudden changes are key. Marked change in routine just before or after. Escalation in controlling behavior after the separation. Sudden calm after high conflict can signal resolution of a plan. Even vague or emotional comments can be significant in context. Post-disappearance conduct that draws attention. So after children disappear or a child disappears, conduct that they would be looking for that would basically ring alarm bells or be a red flag. Investigators look less at grief performance and more at consistency and focus. Potential indicators would be focus on personal loss rather than the children's well-being. That one was interesting, I found.
Yep.
Defensive or overly rehearsed statements. Selective cooperation, meaning helpful in some areas and evasive in others.
Mm.
Lack of curiosity about the children's experience or fate. That one stuck out to me as well. Inconsistent timelines that minimize scrutiny. Resistance to certain searches, locations, or lines of questioning. Attempts to control the narrative or other people's perceptions.
Mhm.
Use of children as leverage before a disappearance. This is one of the strongest warning patterns. Threats to take children away, using access to punish or reward the other parent. This one sticks out. Undermining the partner's parental authority. Portraying the partner as unsafe or unfit without evidence.
Mm.
Encouraging children to keep secrets. Children may already have been placed in loyalty conflicts, which investigators assess carefully. Silence, ambiguity, or prolonged uncertainty. So, in coercive dynamics, silence itself can be meaningful. Refusal to clarify movements or plans, delayed reporting, withholding information while appearing to be cooperative, allowing the other parent to remain in prolonged distress. Investigators recognize that uncertainty can be a form of power. Why children are sometimes targeted rather than the partners themselves. This is one of the hardest aspects to understand emotionally, but research provides explanations rooted in power psychology, not actually hatred. Children represent the deepest leverage. Children are the strongest emotional bond, the greatest vulnerability, and a permanent connection to their partner. Targeting children will inflict the maximum pain without direct confrontation. It creates a lifelong impact and maintains relevance and control even in their absence. In coercive thinking, the goal is not escape, it's dominance. And I'm not gonna really touch too much on this one, but it was children being viewed as an extension of the self. Um, so in coercive control, children may not be seen as independent beings. They are viewed as possessions or legacy. So that's would apply to Meadow for Daniel. The controlling person may believe they were protecting or saving them. This distorted belief can justify extreme actions. Avoidance of direct retaliation against the partner. Direct harm to a partner triggers immediate suspicion, and it leads to swift consequences, and it removes the ability to continue exerting their control. but targeting children creates ambiguity. I'm sorry, I'm terrible at saying that word. Delays in resolution, forces the partner into ongoing engagement, and keeps the partner psychologically trapped. It is sometimes called a proxy punishment. Deafening Silence says, Shan, I will be putting out a few short videos in the next couple of days looking at my IDVA role and risk of a significant harm, filicide, intimate partner, domestic violence, homicide, Malaya's behavior, Daniel's behavior, and Jack and Lily's signs. I will definitely bring them up. I am following you. So, separation threatens identity. So for some men, identity is tied to being the authority, the provider, or the patriarch. And separation feels like annihilation rather than loss. Children can become proof of their significance, a way to reclaim meaning, and a symbol of what was taken. This is not rational, but it is internally coherent to someone operating from control. And then there's I'm sure you've all heard this before as well, that if I can't have them, no one can. This phrase appears repeatedly in case studies. It reflects entitlement rather than attachment, ownership rather than care, and control rather than love. Investigators take any version of this sentiment very seriously. And why investigators tread carefully. Authorities are cautious because coercive control is often invisible to outsiders. There may be no prior police record. The person may appear cooperative and composed. Children may have been conditioned to trust or comply. This is why cases like this are complex and slow. This one, I would like everyone to really, really listen to this one. Why public understanding matters. Public pressure often focuses on emotion displays, normal grief reactions, and appearances. But coercive control cases require the opposite. Attention to power dynamics, understanding silence as potential behavior, recognizing that harm does not always look violent. So I really thought that those were some really important factors.
Yeah, and a lot of it sounds very familiar I'll leave it at that.
It does. It really does. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Daniel isn't the only person in this case that shows that type of behavior.
Right.
It seems to be a common theme. But that's just my opinion. But Daniel, unfortunately, does tick a lot of the boxes there.
Okay. When I look at these, it looks like the first ones, but I know for a fact they sent me the new ones because I have the legend for it, right? It says good afternoon, newer versions with the additional lifted redactions were released in October 2025. I'm going to send you those versions, 12 PDFs, as well as a chart which outlines the latest January 2026 redactions that were lifted. Essentially, you can compare the chart to the associated document, and the chart will show what is under the redacted portion. I hope that makes sense. Yes, it does. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. They says due to the size, they'll send another email, which they did. So I downloaded the PD, the zipped file, and this is what I got. This is what I got here. So, but for some reason, when I go down to the page, like I don't see what's on the legend that I just showed, right? And I know I pulled up the right one out of my computer, not the old one, because I have the old one too, right? I have 3 of them, 3 different ones. So frustrating. And I know it downloaded all the way.
I did I
Sweet.
did find it on my phone, the old copy where it's still redacted. So, and it says, regarding Daniel, Malaya said the following. They have been together for 3 years. And then the whole next section is redacted. And then Daniel worked every Monday at redacted. Well, now that's unredacted.
What page is that?
This is page 32. And then it goes
32.
into, or sorry, it's 10 of 32 and 11 of 32, because over on the other side is kind of what I thought. It was about the kids. She was saying it. She said when he was not working, Daniel would help his mother with building the fence and bringing in wood because they used wood heat. She said he is an involved parent and would help her, especially when she was overwhelmed. He was not aggressive with the kids, but had a voice they listened to. There was never any physical discipline. And then after that, the whole thing is redacted. So either it's after that where the big part is redacted, that we have now that information about him being physical with her, or it's on page 10 after she says they had been living together for 3 years, and then there's a great big section redacted. It's either in there where it says about him being physical with her. I was just kind of wondering where that sat in those documents.
Here's page 10 of 47, right here. And this one just says
page 10 of 32 on here.
Yeah, I've got 47. It's showing me.
Okay.
Oh gosh. When I try to search, let's see. Give me a second. Sorry, it's a lot to go through. Give me 1 second. Let me go back to my.
So it's after that. If you scroll down after that,
okay,
it should say talk about Daniel with the kids regarding Daniel. Malaya said, it was just there, but
I was just there.
Yeah, but I don't know if it. Oh, right there. Regarding Daniel, Malaya said the following. They have been together 3 years. So that part's still redacted.
Yeah, but that's weird. I wonder if they sent me the old one, but the new legend.
Okay, I see what you're thinking. That's quite possible, isn't it?
Unless I accidentally
so we won't know. Yeah, so we actually won't know what section it came from. They might have did that intentionally.
Hold on 1 second though. Let me look on where the zipped file real quick on my other. Hold on 1 second. 11. That was page 10 and 11, right? Let's see if it's still. I know I pulled up the right one. Oh my goodness. Sending one. Okay, there's the polygraph part. Oh my goodness. I might have to re-download it, and maybe that. Goodness gracious, because this one's 47 pages.
Yeah, that kind of messes you up too, different number of pages.
Or I have a feeling that the information is really mostly in the index of that page. Yeah, the legend. And that they've just shown parts of the unredaction that they are allowing to be shown. Because like you've just
Yeah.
said here on this paper here on this page here, and it says regarding Daniel Malaya said the following: they have been together for 3 years, and then it gives you like two more sentences, but then it's got about four that are redacted after that, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Which
uh,
is fine. That was smart
yeah,
on their part because they know
yeah,
we're gonna be extra nosy and try to place where did that come from?
yeah.
But I wonder why I
Yeah.
have all these extra pages though. Okay, so I'm looking. Hmm. Regarding Daniel, Malaya said the following: they have been together for 3 years. That's on page 11 of mine, and it's still redacted on this part.
And this says page 11 of 47.
Mm-hmm. That's weird. That's so weird. Why? Yeah. So no, this has to be the right one. Hmm. But they said like I'm going to send you those versions from October 2025. What was the last ones we got? Oh, okay. Wait. We got
October.
the Okay, I see. Newer versions with the additional lifted redactions were released in October. So that's what we have
Yep.
now. I'm going to send you those versions. Okay, 12 PDFs as well as a chart which outlines the latest. So the chart outlines the latest redactions. Essentially, you can compare. Okay, I see what they did. So, okay, so they sent me just the ones from October, but they sent me the legend, the chart, which is the one that's been unredacted. So, okay, I see. So the first thing that I showed you was everything that's new from January. Goodness
Yep.
gracious.
That's
I'm
all
like, wait a
right.
minute. So
You're
that's
you're
easy
doing
though.
fine, girl.
So I see why they said compare. Sorry guys. I thought I was, so I literally have like 500 documents on my phone.
Yeah, of stuff that you already have. Joyous
Yeah.
Joyous is cooking joyful pies.
Oh, Joyce, did you make me a pie? Oh my God, I'm still hungry. I went to
Oh
go
my
eat and
god,
I'm like,
blueberry.
oh, peanut butter pie. Oh my God. Or apple crumb. My
Never heard
God.
of peanut butter pie, but I guess if
You
I
never
Neither.
had
I can
peanut butter
imagine it's
pie?
good.
What? You've
No,
never?
and I love peanut butter. Have
Me
you ever had
too.
that, Shan?
Peanut butter pie? No.
No, I
What?
don't think that's a Canadian thing.
Oh my gosh, peanut butter chocolate. My grandma, she used to make them homemade and she'd put Reese's cups on top. Oh my gosh. Mm.
Yummy.
I haven't
With
lived. I
chocolate crust.
haven't lived. I want that right now.
Yeah.
I will mail you
My
guys
favorite
some.
my favorite ice cream is peanut butter fudge crunch. Oh,
Oh,
it's so good. Oh man, it is good.
We always
That's
end up
awesome
talking about
information
food.
because we're prepping.
me
Well, it's
too.
supper time, I guess.
Me too. Oh
It's
my God.
5 for Daphne, 6 here. Um, that's awesome information you went through there, Shan.
Mm-hmm.
And I also want to add, like, coming from myself, not speaking for anyone else, that, outside of that, that also doesn't take away uh, any culpability for Malaya. Like, no one is saying, um, I mean, myself, that, you know, if something nefarious took place here with the kids or whatever the situation ends up being in the end, that Malaya, based on anything we end up finding out, if she knew anything, that she should be walking away scot free. Because at the end of the day, no matter what, an individual does have to show accountability. Um, Even if someone's in a relationship like that, like many of you are discussing in the chat that you are or have been,
Mm-hmm.
and once you come to that realization and um you have to be accountable. You have to, or things will not change. Things don't change without accountability, right? So no matter what, at the end of the day, what type of situation, a woman or a man, because it can be men too, but statistically it's women,
Mhm.
there's still the culpability there, right?
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
my opinion.
Yep, I just
Absolutely.
wanted to bring attention to it because it was mentioned, by Staff Sergeant, McCann that that was basically, something that was going on in the background of the case.
Yeah.
So I thought it was important to give context as to what that looks like, and also to show, how that looks like in a person who's undergone that, and that not to expect necessarily traditional responses to things. It's coercive control isn't what people think it looks like. It doesn't always involve a man who's very, abrasive in public. They're often charming, and that's why they are coercive. They coerce their way into the position in the first place, and, it is a slow process, and psychologically, it affects the person who's being coerced to the point where they don't react the same as you would expect others to react.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And remember the gentleman, and I'm sorry, I can't remember his name. You might, Shan, your memory's better than mine. He was our CMP as well, but he was on with the white dress shirt and he had the white hair.
Yep, Chief
It was just
Superintendent Dan Morrow.
yes,
Mhm.
that's it. Um, and remember I think was it you, Daphne, that sent me a message and said, "Do you think that was eh, uh that was no coincidence that he had brought up uh
Oh,
speaking
mhm.
about DV, the how it's worse than Nova Scotia, and then after that talked about the trafficking with the
Yes.
T in the
Mhm,
front of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
yes,
same thing like Shan's saying, right? Like they're bringing these topics up for a reason, right?
Mhm. They
I
always let
believe
out just a
I
little bit.
believe so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe so too.
Fundamental wrong speaks for itself. Nature Walk says, yeah, I agree
Yeah.
too.
That's right. That was the one of the big things that stuck out to me as well, because that's not anything small
Mhm,
to that language, right? To use those words. That doesn't mean those children are off safe somewhere because of a mother's doing. You know,
Mhm.
fundamentally wrong is something beyond that.
Something way beyond that, absolutely.
Yeah.
Daphne,
yes,
could you move that
and
square at the top? Honey, I can't move anything in that. It's not on my page or my, you know what I
Oh,
mean. Yeah. That's because
they
your
want
head,
you to move your square over to the other side, Shan.
you've got
mine,
the
okay,
stream,
is it blocking my face, what you wanna see me
Yes.
yeah,
face?
the
Can't see your
StreamYard
beautiful face.
square or something is covering you.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, Nova. Hey, Justin, good to see you. Yes, I was texting you. So I was able to get, well, I'm just going to say I got the legend of a few things that were unredacted here in January.
I'm
I
gonna
thought
give you a link, Justin, if you wanna come up, you're more than welcome to.
if
Here.
you want to bring this down and I'll pull the legend back up if you want,
Yep,
because this is what we already had. So I
yep.
see what they
Mhm.
were saying now. Thank you. Yeah, Nova, what do you think about what he said for the, excuse me, when he said that because he talked about trafficking, right? And
Mm.
there we go, I got it up there. I mean, they said there's no evidence of an abduction, right? And that would be considered abduction, trafficking.
Oh god, yeah. Yeah. But,
So,
I mean, there's no evidence of it, but they also said everything's on the table, and it would have to be. Like, when you don't know when you have I don't wanna say they have no answers, but, anything 100% concrete,
mhm,
everything has to be on the table, and the world
mhm,
that we're living in today is different, and I know typically when we talk about that topic, it has to do with, work related, trafficking and or racket. I think we're probably far enough in, it shouldn't affect the video, but, um or older, teenagers and up, right? Women, young
Mhm.
women and getting into your 20s and so on. But there is other stuff going on, and I don't know if you guys ever heard of the 764. That involves small children, um, and that is worldwide. It
Mhm.
started in the US, it spread into Canada, and now it's right across the whole world, and I've watched a few documentaries on it. I've wanted to touch on it on my channel, but it's so disturbing that I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to go there. That
Mhm.
involves small children, like, right down to babies. So, there's some bad stuff going on.
Yeah,
Okay.
Um,
see, I misunderstood what that was, initially. I thought it was just like teenagers extorting other teenagers. But yes,
it
as I've
started out
done,
that way.
yes,
Mhm.
and now that I've done more research on it, yes, it is very, very disturbing. Um,
Yep.
Now I don't know if it applies to this case per I don't think it applies to this
Mm,
case per se,
no, no,
but
but I can
but
understand
there
them
is
to have
yeah,
everything on the table, right? Even
yeah,
if it's the least last thing possible.
I just
yes.
wonder why they mentioned it when they mentioned 3 things, right? And, like, both of those have happened, and then are we gonna find out something like that? But I just think it's quite odd that they mentioned that. I
I'm
Yes.
think
with Shan. I don't think
yeah,
so, but
yeah.
I will tell you, I mean, the same as in healthcare, I'm sure it's the same as with law enforcement. Any opportunity is a great opportunity to educate people as well and let them know
Oh, yeah.
what's going on out there,
Mhm.
right? Because there is stuff going on that do involve young children, and it is sick. But
Mhm.
I'm with Shan. I don't think it applies here. Um, but I can
Not to the
certainly understand. Sorry,
yeah,
go
Mhm.
ahead, Shan.
I was just gonna say not to the children, although part of me wonders
Mhm.
about Malaya
Mhm. I've wondered too.
because be only based on what Wade said. If
Oh,
you
yeah.
recall, Wade did say that he thought Daniel could have been doing something to that effect to Malaya. And
Yeah.
Mhm.
I won't touch on it too much, but Nova's inquest and I have talked a bit behind the scenes as well about other instances where that have
Mhm.
happened in the world with partners. And I'm not saying this is the case here, but there are partners in other places that have taken advantage of their partners while they were asleep,
Mhm.
through medication and
Mhm.
You know, your hubby giving you a
yes.
nice cup of tea every evening? My husband makes my coffee every morning. I started getting a little paranoid. But, yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's funny,
slipping,
but yeah.
you know,
I'm
and
terrible.
one
I
of the
threaten
biggest
my husband with that. So you
As
start
she's
acting
drinking
up,
her
I'll make
tea.
you a cup of tea.
As she's drinking her tea.
but one of the biggest cases of that took place here, just here in the next province over to Nova Scotia, New Brunswick. And he not only did it to his wife that he was married 6 years to, but his 2
Oh my
partners
goodness.
previous to that, and not that all 3 of them had no idea he was doing that, and that material was being sold on the dark web.
Mhm.
Oh
And
my
his
god.
last wife that he had did it to was the biggest hit. Uh, Everybody was buying up the material. She was like the biggest rave around the world. Like, just sick. So there's stuff going on for sure, and my
Yeah,
mind went there, and Shan's mind went there as well because you just don't know.
we don't know, and there was that huge case in France as well. Did you guys hear about that one?
I haven't heard about
I can't remember. If you start talking, it might refresh my short-term memory.
Basically, there was a husband who had been doing that to his wife for like 30 years. He had been
Oh,
drugging
yes,
her.
yes.
What?
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
and was inviting men from the village to basically assault her while he watched while she was unconscious. He would drug her.
Yeah.
And they were his friends, her friends, they were people in the community, well-respected people. It was like absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah.
Mm.
It
Like,
was the Australian, is it Australian Dateline or what's the same show that Australia has as you guys, Daphne?
BBC
Um,
or
60 Minutes?
it's what
60.
it's
Wait,
60 Minutes, I think you're
yeah, there
right.
you go. 60 minutes. I was like,
It was them that I saw cover it. Yeah.
yeah, 60
Yeah.
minutes. No, I didn't email you. Do I need
Um,
to?
Justin is looking for an email or a link. I did post it in mine, but
No, I thought he had emailed me, but I think he was talking to somebody else. That's what I was saying. Yeah, if you want to come up, there's a link. Justin, are you there? Oh, you know what?
Does he
I think
have the link?
he's got to go live though soon too. So hold on one second. I think hold on at 6 or something. Hold on.
It said 6 on my phone, so he's past his live. He may as well come on this one and
I've posted it like 3 times, but here it is again.
5:30. His starts at 5:30, so he's probably getting ready for it.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
That's what it is.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
He
been
pushed it
tested.
out. Okay.
Yeah. If you want to bring it up real quick, and I'll show, and then I'll just send it to you guys. So this
Oh,
is what.
sorry.
No, you're fine. So
I
this
was
is what I got here. I'll make it bigger. Oops. Whoa. I don't want it that big. Well, I guess I don't know. Is it easier to see? So this is what I got. It's just a legend. I thought that they had attached the newest Unredacted too. They just gave me the one from October, but gave me this legend, which shows which paragraphs and pages were unredacted. But I don't know why I have 47 pages and the other one's 32. So I'm going to have to just go through that and see what extras I have. Maybe I have a glossary and a syllabus with it too, or something. I don't know. But this is the new stuff that's been unredacted. Yes. So it talks about Janie said she is of the opinion that Malaya's side of the family had something to do with Jack and Lily's disappearance, basically, because they did not take part in the search and were not letting them see Meadow. What do you guys think about that?
I don't know what I think about that.
Like, I think she's just
They
mad that,
Yeah,
yeah,
I think she was mad about it. But I think it's because Malaya's family blamed Daniel for the
yeah,
disappearance. They started blaming him, and they were basically saying, well, if he's responsible for what happened to the kids, Jack and Lily, then don't let him have access to Meadow, any of them, right?
Right.
And they were told not to go search. They
hmm,
were specifically
Exactly.
told not to go and search. So,
yep,
Yeah. But not only that, um, it was Daniel that stated he was already down that road and searched that area and he didn't see the blanket. Well, wasn't it Leia's family who was out searching and found the blanket? So
yeah, I think
obviously they were out searching along the roads, not out in the woods where they were told
mhm,
not to go, but along the roads as they were allowed. And with the Please Bring Me Home search, whose side of the family was it that was out searching when they were permitted to
Malaya,
go back and go into the woods? Malaya.
Malaya,
So that's all
yeah,
fictional. That's that
yeah,
fictional world that I was writing about yesterday in the chat there. That
mhm.
fictional, none of it's even true.
no, no, not true. Yeah, I think and we're not letting them see the baby. That was CPS, wasn't it? I don't know. Remember,
You
because he said that CPS wouldn't let him see the baby. So,
Yes, it was CPS, but to let that baby go with Logan, like, ah, over my dead body. No
Didn't I
way.
hear that Logan, she was trying to get temporary custody or something, and then
Her and her mother,
she backed off
Margie
or something?
McKenzie. Yes, the two of them backed off. Probably because they found out they had to be rug tested or something.
Yeah, I would say that, yeah, I, no comment.
Allegedly, in my opinion, total speculation.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I would say the fact that Malaya didn't even have Logan's telephone number tells me a
Yeah,
lot.
right. Right on. It's those things that make you stop and go, "Huh?" But, that's when you need to stop because you're feeling a little icky about something that's being said, and you're like, "Wait a minute." And then you read that over a couple more times and then say, "That doesn't make sense. How could she wanna take her child, but she doesn't even know her well enough to have her phone number? Like, what the heck's going on here?"
Mhm. Yeah, I know, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Um, so that, and then it was just the blood work and stuff like that, and then okay, that was her starting to feel sick and needed medical attention. We know that was Saturday, right?
Say that again.
Yes,
What
that was.
was? What was
I'm so
Saturday?
sorry. They discussed what
Oh,
happened
her
earlier
feeling
that
sick.
day.
Yes. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Sorry.
This was Saturday. See, I think the easiest thing would be to do is put them side to side with the old one and then this, and then match them up so you know what parts.
Yeah, because they didn't make it easy for us.
I
Them
know,
damn
right?
buggers.
It was very, I don't wanna write back and be like, "Hi, I'm stupid. Can you"
No. Oh gosh, no. I'd appreciate anything that they do.
Exactly.
I'm trying to get paperwork, documents from the RCMP for,
I mean,
uh, Kevin Martin. Yeah, you're gonna have to help me. I don't usually reach out for help. I try to figure stuff out on my own, but the application was online. I thought I did everything correct.
I didn't fill out an application.
Oh, maybe this is a different type of process.
Um, I'll give you an email. Uh, yeah, I think I need to put it side by side, but, the when you present something on, well, you know what? Well, it's not my screen though. Slides and PDFs. Hold on one second. I would have to make a Google slide, I think, to match it
But
up,
we
which
can help you. We can help you out with that too, so you don't have like, if we like, each of us could take a section, right? Instead of you trying to do that whole thing.
yeah, if you guys want to, I
Whatever
I
you
hate
want.
doing this.
Whatever you want.
Well, whatever makes it easier for you guys. I mean, I'll send it to you
Yeah,
guys,
like,
here
if
as
there's
soon as I get on.
anything you ever want yeah, if there's anything you ever want me to help you with because I can't do a lot of lives because of my condition, and it just runs me down too bad. I find it easier when I'm doing it with you guys because 'cause I'm not trying to do the whole thing, and, my
Mhm.
left side is just too weak, and it doesn't have the stamina. Uh, really, it won't keep up, and so anything, where I don't do my lives every day. You let me know if there's something I can help you with that you're okay with me helping you with, and I will. And
Thank
same with you,
you.
Shan.
Yep, and
Thank you.
I'm willing to help too because I've got too much time on my hands, right? According to Durwood.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Mm.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
Uh,
Nova.
appa Oh, don't worry about it. I've accepted it now, and I'm used to it. I just sometimes have to pull the reins back. I tried new things, and then I learned my new, uh tolerance, in that activity that I'm doing, and then I
Your new
Mhm.
normal.
juggle it and and then I figured out, "Okay, well, every day is too much for me. Sometimes every second day is too much, so maybe every third day." If I get sick, it's a definite I won't be because my brain fog gets so much worse that I'm just going to be sitting here drooling and coming off as a complete idiot. But
Oh my gosh. No, you do amazing. You got a great memory, in my opinion. Like, I'm
well,
constantly
I
thinking,
write everything down and I read it like a child who wants to read the same book over and over and over, because
oh,
if not, my brain won't retain anything anymore. It's really weird. And I used to have like, I was the person people would come to and say, "You remember when this happened?" Because
mhm,
I could remember it right down to the nitty-gritty. I had such a good memory, and I still do long term, going way, way, way back, right?
yeah,
I can still tell you something that happened when I was a child, but yeah, it's weird. It's weird. But anyways, enough of me. That's life. Whatever.
new memories. Yeah, I completely understand. Oh, jeez, drop my microphone on. You pulled up something. You need to.
Yeah, just I thought it was an interesting theory.
Do you want me to read through these real quick, or?
Yeah, I still think there was some um, really interesting unredactions. I mean, I would say that 80% we knew
Mhm.
already, but that
Yes.
20% is pretty telling.
Mm-hmm. No,
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Because
definitely.
yeah, because we had heard that the falling out with the grandmother was because Malaya had stolen money from her grandmother or something like that. Do you
Yes.
Yeah.
recall that?
Yep.
But this says that Daniel had a falling out with the grandmother, and that's curious. So
Well,
in August, Meadows' birthday was when was Meadows' birthday again? November, end of November? I can't remember now.
I can't
October
remember either.
something. I think it's October or
That was
something.
Jack's. Jack's is October
Oh, that's
29th.
right.
Lily's
Oh,
is March
December
something,
5th.
and I never really paid attention
December 5th.
to
Right.
Mm-hmm.
mediums. Okay.
So December 5th, 2025, she turned 2.
Mm-hmm.
So in 2023, in December was when she was born. So in August, Malaya would have been like 7 months pregnant.
Yeah.
So I would feel that it would be very unusual for her grandmother, who was so close to her, to throw her out or tell her she had to leave.
Oh, yeah. Good
Um,
point. Good point.
so I'm gonna I'm gonna say that that's pretty accurate.
Yeah, I agree, and her love for Lilly&Jack as well too. I'm used to
Yeah.
having them around her, and sometimes things get clumped together depending on whose side of the family it is. So
Mhm.
if was just an example, not saying this is so, because when it comes right down to it, we don't know exactly, even if that's true or if money was taken. But if, like, let's say my hubby stole some money from my family may because it was this household, or us as a couple or whatever, that, my siblings might say, you know, Lisa stole money from mom, right?
Yeah.
Because I would be expected to be responsible for my husband's behavior and that money, right? That my husband took, and vice versa, right? Uh,
Yeah.
but you know,
I'm I'm having
then
a bit of a theory that might fit to this because yes, Daniel was very adamant that Patty they basically left because Patty wanted her to get a job and or go to school or something. But would Patty
Mhm.
want that when she's 7 months pregnant? I don't think so. Um, and Malaya found out the night she was due to be induced, which
Mm-hmm.
was December, which would have been, I'm going to say that she would have been 2 weeks overdue in order to get induced. So
Mm-hmm.
she would have been due around mid-November. So is it possible that in the months leading up to that time that Daniel was hiding his meth use and maybe he did take money from the grandmother and that's what the falling out
Exactly.
was over?
And
I
that's where my thoughts were as well.
Yep. And we've
Agree?
heard other things that Pat. Oh my God, something is like. Did you guys hear that?
Nope.
It sounded like somebody just lost something down the road. What was I gonna say? I
You
gotta
said
go.
Pat,
Yeah, it seemed
Pat.
like Patty wanted her to stay there because she even offered her house and everything. So, you heard it, guys? You guys heard it? Oh my gosh. I can't believe
Oh,
you guys.
yeah, that's right, Daphne.
Mm-hmm. You guys heard that? Yeah, I'm gonna go outside and see what the heck that was. Oh my gosh, that scared the shit out of me. Sorry. I just sent this to our creators chat. If you want to pull it up, I'm gonna get off here because I have to find out what the heck that is. I can't believe you heard that, you guys. It sounds like an
I didn't hear a
18-year-old.
thing.
I can't
I
believe
can
you.
only hear my kids running around upstairs, so I didn't hear it.
Oh, could it have been an accident, Daphne?
Yep, somebody's out front. Oh my God. All right, I'm gonna
Oh,
get off here. I just emailed you.
yep.
Thank you so much for having me on. Not an earthquake, not here. Oh, it's icy though outside. So yeah, maybe Verizon towers are blowing up. Maybe. Ladies, thank you so much for having me on. I will text you and let you know what just happened outside. Hopefully,
Yes,
nobody ran
I'll be
into my.
looking for that. I'll be looking for that. If we don't hear from you in 3 minutes, we're sending a search party.
Yes, you better. You better. Thank you all. Love you so much. Appreciate you having me up.
No, thank
Lots
you
of
so
love,
much for
Thank you. Lots
thanks
of
for
love.
getting the documents for us. You're legendary.
I got you
Yep.
guys. I'll see you soon. Good night. Good
Bye.
night, everybody. Thank you. Thank
Bye.
you. Good night.
Well, what do you think of that, Novus?
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah,
But that was a good point she made there as well about Patty even offering Malay the house. That's right. She was doing everything to try to keep her there. Yeah.
yeah. I
Wow.
don't think she wanted her to leave.
No.
I think she didn't want Daniel there, but she didn't
Yeah.
want Malaya to leave.
And
I mean,
that's
she
just
had
all
a
pure speculation about
yes,
possibly him taking money, just connecting because
yeah,
people who are on rugs will steal
yes,
for the habit. And we know that Malaya shortly found out the night before she went into labor with baby M that that he had math issues.
yeah.
So, and now we just found out that it was him and Patty who
Mhm.
uh, had
And
the
that
out.
was
So you're just kind of connect all those dots.
yeah, 8 weeks. 8 weeks prior, right?
Yeah.
He got in an argument with Patty, and Wade says money was taken. So it's not a far stretch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that came from Wade, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Exactly,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah, it's
shame.
hard to yeah, I agree, Sky Painter. It is hard to tell a family member that their love interest is a douchebag. It is
Yeah.
'cause the
Yeah.
more you tell them, the more they just push you away, so,
That's right. That is
yes,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna
I don't
hop down to my friend and let
yeah,
you finish what you're doing here.
well,
And
thank you very much.
anybody that's in my chat, because both my chats or both of those chats, there's people in them. Uh, Hop over to Shan's. Um, to finish the rest of the live, and I will reschedule my live for tomorrow, and that way I can get a better rest. And I was like you. We knew this was coming, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and then I stayed up anticipating that it might be coming today, and I was checking and checking and checking until I finally fell asleep with my phone in my hand that fell out of my hand on the floor. So I
Yes.
didn't sleep that great.
No, me either. Nova's
Yeah.
Inquest and I were talking very early this morning, and I was up at 5
Yeah.
refreshing my phone, waiting because we knew that it was gonna come out, and we just wanted to see, obviously, what had happened, but yes, it was, you know, just like the newspaper, 6 AM.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm just making
All
sure
right.
that, Daphne's is alive.
Yeah. It sounds like it might have been an accident if it was that loud, because they can
Yeah,
sound
may
pretty horrific.
or snowplow maybe
Yeah, yeah.
is but yes. Yes,
All
thanks
right,
for
guys.
coming up,
Lots of
and I'll see you
love.
tomorrow.
Yep. Take care.
Okay,
Bye.
bye. Well, that was very kind of, Daphne's Case Files to get that going and, get those documents and share that with us. I think there was, um, some interesting tidbits that came out of that, in my opinion, and, some of it, like I said, I think 80% we kind of knew about, but that extra 20% was eye-opening for sure. Um, Not you again says, "I wonder if he was even separated when he used Facebook dating to find Malaya." I think that's a good point, but I wonder where he was staying before the 2 weeks that he moved in there. That was very, very quick. The love bombing must have been impressive. It's hard to say. Guess I missed something. Supper had to happen. Yeah, I had supper right before I came on, so I was yes. I think Justin is on right now. I'm just gonna double check. And oh, Daphne said she's good. Some idiot flying down the mountain lost their trailer off their truck. That's not good. But sorry, 1 second. Ugh. Um, so I'm just gonna check about Justin. Clutch them pearls. Yes. Well, I'm going to love and leave you because I'm going to go clutch my pearls over at Justin's. And thank you all for joining in. And thanks again to Daphne's Case Files and Nova's Inquest. I will likely be joining one of them tomorrow night to just recap on everything. And yes, thank you guys so much for coming in. And thank you all those who catch me on the replay. And please just hit the like button on your way out. And thanks again, everybody. I appreciate you. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Oh, you're going live as well, American Justice? Shar and you, what time? When? Put it in the chat, American. In half an hour? Okay. I'll be there. I'll catch Justin for half an hour and then I'll come over and say hello. Thank you guys. Take care. Yeah, throw your link in the chat.
like no fair.